again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another beautiful day in the Nerdcraft SMP. I'm your host, as usual, Maximan, your favorite cyborg pirate, and I'm standing here with my friend, the Snowman, and in the last episode, I said that I would leave it up to you fine folks to decide what to name him. There were 2 comments, each one with 1 like, so I just left it up to a coin flip. So the winner is Jeff Le Snowman. So that's going to be his name for the rest of the season. I also noticed that no one came up with a name yet for my little chicken friend in there, so that one is still open. If you have any suggestions, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll find out its name in the next episode. I've got an exciting video planned for today. You'll get to see my very first shop in the shopping district, and we'll go for a little tour of the area. I'll take you down into my mine to show off my new slime farm, which was an all-day event just to mine out with my iron pickaxe that I had at the time. And also, I'm going to be converting some of the farms on my roof to more automatic versions so that I don't have to do as much work farming. So with that, let's get right to it.
Alright guys, welcome back. So, I have everything I need to start my first little shop in the shopping district. And I don't know if you see behind me there, but there is some action happening. We've got a tower that looks like it's called the Rocky Place. There seems to be a nether hub now, and it looks like you can't really see it in the distance there, but Pedram has his traveling cart with many kinds of goods. So the shopping district is starting to come alive. So we are going to pick a spot, and we are going to create our first shop. So let's step into a time lapse.
Alright, and there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, Maximan's Beautiful Bakery. Now, some might say that it isn't the most useful of shops to have, but those people would be wrong. It's cheap, it's a great source of carbs, and most of all, it's absolutely delicious. In fact, I've already had to restock some of the items, so you know the other nerds on the server just can't get enough of that carby goodness. So let's go for a little tour and see what you can get for yourself at Maximan's Beautiful Bakery. So we're just going to step inside this quaint little shop. As you can see, everything you'd expect from a nice little bake shop. Over here are the goods for sale. We have bread, and we have cakes, and we have that delicious pumpkin pie, as well as some cookies for those of us with a sweet tooth. Perfect for a light snack, or to keep your little baby villagers happy so they'll give you better deals when they're all grown up. Remember that trick, because it might come in handy one day. Of course, we have an ender chest so people can access their riches for spending on these yummy treats. And over here we have, oh, what's this? Oh, the cupcakes are all sold out. Well, that's too bad. But at least we have a whole host of other items to choose from when you need to load up on those carbs. Now, I just want to take a minute to check out the different shops that are slowly starting to spring up in the shopping district here. So let's just take a walk around and have a look at them. So over here we have the Rocky Place. This shop is by It's Just Kurt for all you stoners out there. I was able to work out a deal with him to unload some of my extra inventory, so that worked out great. However, knowing me, I'll probably forget that I needed it and have to buy it back at full price. Then over here we have our little nether hub. Things are just starting out, of course, so it's just a little guy for now. Although I'm sure as the world evolves and grows, we will see this become something great. Now, over here we have Pedrum's Traveling Cart. As you can see, done in the style of a traveling cart. It's a great little place with quite the assortment of goods to start out with. I've already been a customer, in fact. I bought myself one of these nice little mending books for my fortune pickaxe, because that's going to come in handy. As well as I bought some quartz for various redstone projects that need to happen in the future. I definitely look forward to seeing how this shop evolves. Well, that's all the shopping district has to offer for now, but after just over a week, I think that's still pretty respectable, if you ask me. I'm sure we'll see more things pop up later. So down here is where I built my slime farm. It goes from here all the way down to bedrock. I managed to luck out and find 3 slime chunks that were all centered around one non-slime chunk. So as you can see, I hollowed all of them out. I threw iron golems in the middle, and down at the bottom there's campfires there. And I've been swimming in slimes ever since. I think that this is going to be the next shop that I open up in the shopping district. I also managed to find a slime head while I was clearing this out, so that's also a really nice find. Another great find close to my base was a skeleton spawner, so I've converted that into an XP farm. I've made this available for all the other nerds to use too, so for the low entry cost of 1 diamond, they can access the farm and get as much experience as they want, and then of course after they leave, if they want to come back, it's another diamond. But I've designed it in such a way that the drops get sucked away so that I get to keep all the drops and only the experience comes out here, so I can pick up all the drops later. That means I'm going to have a lot of bones and a lot of arrows coming up soon too. So I think that that might be another shop in my future. So as you can see over here, I've done a little work on my cocoa bean farm. I've done a little automation. There's dispensers up there with buckets of water in them, and I just flick that lever to unleash the water and flick it again to retract the water, and it gives me a semi-automatic farm for my cocoa beans. All I have to do is open these doors and go in and replant them. So with that in mind, what I would like to do is actually start automating more of my farms, because I do love a good automatic farm. So sugarcane, that can be definitely automated in a big way, as can pumpkins. And in addition to pumpkins, I have melons now, so I can make a melon and pumpkin farm. Not just for my pumpkin pies, but also for villager trading, because as you can see here, this big monstrosity over my head, I have managed to build an iron farm, and over there is a villager breeder. So the villager breeder sends them down the tube here, they go down there into a holding cell. The villagers were courtesy of Enzo. He's another one of the nerds here on the server. And then I just minecarted them out of there and minecarted them all the way up here. And I've got some zombies in there, so they are constantly producing iron golems, which all get funneled into the middle there, and it has been producing, I must say, quite a large amount of iron, which I'm happy with. So that's one resource I'll never run out of. But now that I have all that iron, I definitely want to build a nice, very, very fast melon and pumpkin farm, and maybe I can use some of the villagers that I have to turn this wheat farm even into an automated wheat farm, because who likes farming? Who likes doing the work themselves? Nobody. You build a machine that can do it for you, right? So that's going to be something that I'm going to start working on. Alright, so that is the first farm completed. We have the sugarcane farm. I've expanded it a bit, and I have some observers watching to power some pistons, so that when either one of the ends gets to full height, it'll trigger all the pistons to fire, and then, of course, down underneath, my hopper minecart should be delivering it all. That's one down. I think next I'm going to tackle the melons and pumpkins. I think I'm going to make it obscenely large also. So let's see how that looks. Alright, so this is the biggest melon and pumpkin farm I have ever built. This one is 9x9 and this one is 9x9. There's two wings and all the hoppers meet here and come into this system here for sorting. And yeah, I'm definitely not going to have a shortage of melons or pumpkins ever again on this server, that's for sure. So we'll see how that one goes. Next, I'm going to have to get some villagers out of the little holding tank over here. It's more of a villager squisher to deather than anything else right now. But once I get some villagers coming out of here, I can start populating the farms. And I can make this wheat farm villager powered so that they harvest the crops and replant it for me. And since I have a couple carrots and potatoes left, I can do the same thing with carrots and potatoes as well and just have infinite of all the crops. Except for beetroot. Who needs beetroot? No one needs beetroot. Alright, so now we have a villager powered wheat farm. You just fill up their inventory to make sure that they don't pick it up. Have hoppers all underneath there. You can see from this side, hoppers all underneath. And every time he harvests the crop, he won't pick it up. And it will go into the system and end up in the chest down here. And just to have supremacy of all crops that I would like, I've got the same thing going on over here. So we have carrots being grown over here. I didn't quite have enough to fill in all the spots, but I'm sure he'll plant some eventually. And then we have potatoes going over here. So that looks like we have everything automated that we had up here before. The egg farm was already automated, but I might turn this into a farm that actually makes the chickens get hatched and then cooks them afterwards so that it produces meat now as well. Because right now this farm is completely filled, like all the hoppers are completely filled with eggs. And that's just, it's more than I need for all my pumpkin pies and stuff. So I think that is everything. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. I will be back again next Friday, as always, with another video from Nerdcraft. If you did like this video, please leave a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out a lot. And I will see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.